Hey, let's do a December's goals wrap-up video. This isn't a year wrap-up. This isn't me looking back at 2024. I guess I'll see if I get to that. I will try. Actually, that's something that's probably worth trying to do in January. You know, it's oftentimes it's the lull month, or seen as the lull month, and so it's a good month to probably just kind of spend some time looking back at my various travails during the year and using kind of like, okay, let's generate what was 2023 like and what can I do for 2024. But yes, this here, which is useful for me because obviously I'm thinking out loud, is me going through my December goals for 2023. So number one was time with Ja. Weekend activity with Ja, chatting at breakfast. We went and saw went to a burlesque show, which was really fun. We are well, that's going to be a January thing, but we're going to go get out to do Bouchard Gardens for their final night, so that's going to be good. We're doing stuff like that. That will be one of my goals going forward, is to try and find fun activities for us to do, because Ja is often the source of that, or Ja's friends. So I would really like to contribute, like, one a month. Hey, there's an achievable goal. Then I'd have 12 more things of fun things to do with Ja, and I could develop a reputation as a fun guy. Year of fun, that could be my theme. Oh boy. Actually, I seriously actually have considered that as my theme. All right, so that's the first one. Number two is walking daily with the dogs and Jackie, which we definitely got done. We definitely did in December. There were some days there where either for kind of activities or her not feeling great that we didn't do it together, but or we just didn't do it at all. But yes, we definitely got that done, and the dogs appreciate that. We appreciate that, just getting out and doing that. Number three is early to bed, early to rise, and napping daily. Definitely napping daily. I over the kind of the Christmas weekend and the days leading up to that, I missed nap days and I really felt it. So that is very important part of my sleep schedule, as well as just trying to get into bed, get to sleep, which I do for the most part do. I have a variety of activities I try and get done before I go to bed, but I try and do. Number four is mindful calorie intake, which December, holidays, there's a lot of calorie intake. This is something I will definitely be taking up more seriously and hopefully more systematically in 2024. Number five, phone and earbud hygiene. That's keeping the phone, keeping the earbuds in here, which there was one day I was just, strangely enough, I was so tired that I did actually bring it in and used it. But yes, the 21st, exactly, the 21st of December, I did do that, which doesn't surprise me. That is the lead up to the Christmas holiday weekend where I was just really tired, and you're so brain dead, you just want to stay up to have something to eat, probably too much to eat, and then go to sleep, but you're so tired you can't even do that. It was just, that was great. But that was one day out of the entire month, so I'll take that as mostly a passing grade there. Number six is getting to work on time, biking away at 2:30. I don't know if I'm doing the 2:30, but that's my goal, and that's a continued good goal to have, is like show up so that you're a couple of minutes before, 5 minutes before 3 is when I should be arriving at work for when my job starts at 3. That's when I should be working. Number seven is continue to adjust to the new normal at work, adjust to new workers, beware of being a control freak in general at work, which I've been doing fairly well. I've recorded on this channel the travails that are unfortunately undergoing here at the end of the year, which are going to mean there's going to be yet more people too. But it's like, okay, new people, I need to relax, be accepting of them, be patient with them. All this sort of stuff is important stuff for me to keep mindful of myself. Keep mindful of myself there. Yes, I am looking at, right there, a little reflection, which is coming from the lights that I have behind me. which I am now just going to move because that was, it's like, oh, I noticed that, and I don't want that really to be in my in my picture frame. Good Lord. Um, so yes. So continuing with that, that is definitely a goal that I will continue over of for work, which will make work. I'll be a better worker. I'll be a more pleasant worker, and I'll be a more effective worker if I do all that. And yeah, I'll have a better time, just myself. Number 8 is daily physio exercises, which yes, and I needed them this month, especially since my shoes blew out, and that is something I need to kind of put there with kind of taking care of myself, is making sure that stuff like runners and things like that don't die on me while and I go a week or so without realizing it, because it really messes up my back. My back was kind of messed up there. Not to the point where I had to lose work and stuff like that, or I couldn't literally couldn't stand, because I have gotten that bad with I have a slight scoliosis in my back, which can become a really pronounced one if I don't keep on track of it. And that wasn't because I wasn't doing my physio exercises. That was because I was wearing runners past the point of them being able to perform. So that's really important. And I should also look into, my manager made a point, that's like, have you considered orthotics for my shoes? That's something that I should look into. I mean, orthotics cost, but I might get paid. I might actually be covered for some orthotics. It's definitely a good thought. It's a good thought to have, and I should look into that because I pay for benefits. I should definitely use benefits, and Lord knows with Ja, we definitely use those benefits. Also, her dental. But yeah, orthotics would be a thing. Like, if I could get a little bit of money for that too, that would be awesome. That would be great, and also help my back. Um, so number 9 is to do kind of a daily to-do checklist, which yes, is a really important thing and helps me focus. It's been feels like a really crowded month to me. There's been a lot to do, a lot of appointments for Ja, I guess, but no, there's just in general, just holidays, a lot of stuff that way. So, I having a to-do list has been very is invaluable, and I mark it off on my calendar. Number 10 is my public channel, no longer a booktube channel, just a public channel. I'm trying to think of it that way. Where I've written down Orlando Furiosa review dash anything, and there was not anything. Continue to make review videos. Tinkered Star series, what the fuck? General proviso on the third Divinity one, and prep first on all essay videos, which is like, none of that got done. I may have done some private reviews, but I did not get to the point. It was just a busy month, I guess, and I did not get to it. I've finished things and I thought, oh, I should do something on that, but I've just never gotten to it. So that is something to consider going forward of, do I want to make review videos? Do I want to make just a roundup of what I've been reading kind of videos, just so I can have a little chat about them? Maybe I've disdained those in the past. I like doing full length, big reviews on stuff. And to be honest, when I've tried to do roundup videos, they've been terrible, because it's just turned into me doing a full review on this kind of haphazardly, me doing a full review on this haphazardly, and continuing instead of like little sound bites on each. Like, I'm seem to be incapable of not running my mouth off. And C, it was A and B there. C was make narrow subject videos on things, ideas, discussion tags, as my weekly vocal videos. Umidigi tab as a comic reader. This is where I think my general goal for my public channel is like, try and make 2 videos a month. Two videos. I mean, obviously I'm making a ton of videos, but make 2 videos a month that I actually put on my public channel. And I did actually succeed in that. I just checked on that. I did a review of the best comic book reader for me, tablet for me, which I did a review on. And I also did one of my check-ins for the travels in West Africa by Mary Kingsley. I ended up saying like, oh, this is a nice little segment here. I'm gonna just publish that, and I published both. Haven't gotten any reaction or comment on either one of them, but I'm happy. I did those things. So yeah, I'll. This is one of these things of like for 2024. I need to think about, okay, what do I want to do on my channel? What is doable? Like, are reviews not doable? And if not, what else could I do? Obviously, I like standing in front of the camera and chatting. So let's try and do that, and let's try not to be too precious about it at the same time. I I watch a fellow named Joel Swagman, and he makes interesting videos on various things, on movies he's watched, on books he's reading. That I think might be a not a bad model for me to kind of look at least as one possibility. The other thing is like, okay, what videos do I really enjoy watching, and can I make that? Am I interested in making that kind of video? Um, interested in making, if I'm not kind of constantly chunking out video after video after video, what's a long range project where maybe I'm reading multiple books and collating a lot of information together, and then just trying to distill that down into a more rich, information rich, opinion rich video. What is there? Is there something like that that I could do? That is also a thought. What's the subject there? I'm not quite sure. I mean, obviously, I'm interested in books. I'm interested in movies. I don't know. I don't know. I will see. I will see how that goes is going forward. But that is definitely a thought, because yeah, it's interesting. Like, yeah, no reviews were done this month, and I do enjoy doing reviews though when I can get to them. So maybe I just need to make time to get to them. There's also, how much resources I have, how much I can get done. Number 11 was NaNoWriMo related, which is make a clean ebook copy and read in January. I have made a clean ebook copy of my The Strange Case of Marvin and Mia, and I may wait until February actually to go and look at it and see what I've got there, and then we'll go from there and see what we got. I may wait until January before I go back and write that. Ooh, wow. I've got the duffel puffs down here. Damn, you see, this is saying is I have a bazillion projects that none of which I've really completed. And that's what the duffel puffs is that was my NaNoWriMo of not 2023, but of 2022. And I've been rewriting it through a good hunk of 2023 up until November, in which I said, like, okay, I'm putting it aside. Probably somewhere in October, I put it aside, and I haven't gone back to it or haven't really thought about it since. And I'm in the middle of revising it with a new story for Peter at the beginning, because I realized, wow, this is really boring. Can I make it a more interesting story? And I think I came up with a thought. I came up with a thought of what to do, but I have no idea now. So revising duffel puffs is something that I should come back to. Maybe that is something. Oh, see, I have so many projects. Yeah, this is going to be I think there's going to be a whole video of me where I'll do some work, see all the projects I have, and then I need to make some triage. I need to say, what can I pause? What can I finish up to a certain level right now while it's fresh in my mind? When I want to get back into, as I go forward, because I don't want to get to a NaNoWriMo 2024 and still have a shit ton of stuff that I just don't have anything to do with. So I don't know what to. They're unfinished. They're just unfinished fragments. I'd like to finish things and publish them on LE, which is what I've got for B. Was edit a short work for LE and publish one story, which I did not do during the month. C was write a short story, and I've written 9/10 of one story, and I've written a rough draft of an even shorter story in the month. So I've done that. Uh, Number 13 is daily journal keeping. I'll work on a vignette subject each day. I've had a lot of tired days where I've ended up doodling in my notebook, which is interesting. It definitely shows the kind of the doodle things. I'll get onto that next. But yeah, that's been kind of interesting for the journal keeping. I definitely find doing the list right. I just like some days it's just like I have nothing to say, and I could write I have nothing to say, or I could just doodle. So I've doodled a couple of times in there, which is it's a kind of expression. You know, it shows the state of my brain inside of my brain quite well. I won't hold up any of those pictures. Yes, okay. Let's get this done. I've been doing the reading on the weekend. Yes, 2 hours. I've got my new tablet, which is meant I've done a lot. I've been doing a lot of like comic book reading, but also reading on my Kindle and reading Dynamic Anatomy by Bern Hogarth on my tablet. I find a reading online internet archive where you can only read the book on the screen. With a full size tablet, that actually is doable now. Whereas doing all my reading on my phone just that wasn't doable before, so that's opened up a whole nother area of free reading for me there with the internet archive. So yeah, that has been good. Number 15 is daily doodles. Start doodling again, which I have done. Is it every other day? I'm doodling, but I'm not like cranking out the output what I've done. B was start the CF site, which I did, which is good, and I have a cover, and I've just been doing that. No one subscribes to me. I don't have interaction with everyone, so that's parfait for me. I'm not trying to hide there, but I'm like the dirty, creepy uncle in the corner, and no one's paying attention to me, which is perfect placement for me. I've got work to expand on my doodling expertise, which I guess, yes, dynamic anatomy is where I am slowly making halting steps towards the idea of getting more of the conception of a human body under my skin. That's why I've picked up dynamic anatomy. I'm only ever going to be doing crude doodles, but if they could have a little bit of underlying reality to them, they would be more effective, more erotic in their nature versus kind of weird puppet marionettes, what they are at the moment, not very crudely drawn ones. So yeah, I've done that. Drawbox I've just never been able to get back to, even though, well, it's there in the background if I do need it. Number 16 is sign every day with Lingvano, which I've been doing. It's slowly hitting. It's slowly kind of going in there. I'm spending like $30 every 3 months or something like that. So it's like, or $60 every 3 months. I'm finding it worth it. I'm finding it worth it. It's an interesting other memory. It's like I think it's a good brain exercise to me, as well as hopefully something where maybe if I can really integrate it, it'll be useful for the people I work with at work, the residents I work with at work. Number 17 is outside garden tasks, which have been very minimal. We've been in December. Indoor herb garden also completely off at the moment, being wintertime. Number 19, vocal improvements, a no video every weekend, which has kind of alternated. I have gotten things done. My last no video was me talking about goals, really. So, but I did something. This is where um I did I do an anxiety video? I think, yes, I did do an anxiety video. I can't remember what it was. I was too anxious to remember. I've been doing my vocal exercises daily. I did a vocal exercise video on the 19th, I believe. Yes, I did, which is just me recording me being extremely silly in the thing. Uh, Number 20 is check in on the 2023 themes video and read it. December 11th, do an actual check-in. I think I did that. Of looking at my old themes, picking up pen, and I think, yeah, that was good. That was good. That was good. We had house tidy clean for Christmas, which we did partially. The kitchen got cleaned. Half of the living room got cleaned. The dining room did not get cleaned at all. The computer desk did get cleaned. The hallway Not so much I swept it, but that doesn't count. The bathroom got clean. So we actually, I mean, the goal was to have the dining room cleaned, the dining room area, that corner cleaned. It did not. It's still a disaster, a mound of stuff. It didn't get cleaned, and we didn't have Christmas dinner up here. We had it downstairs with Jackie, but we actually had a guest over who came into our thing, Janine's friend, Ja's friend, and that was good. That was good on a psychological level of getting to see stuff. Yeah, that was good. That was good. So yeah, this is the thing of having goals. We got 80%, 70% done, which, if we hadn't had the goal, we wouldn't have gotten any of that done. So that was really good. That was really good. And number 22 is support, checking in with Ja and continuing challenges. Everything else is secondary to that. She has had a lot of appointments and places that she's needed to be. She does not. I have to do the driving, so I've been supporting her that way, and that's really good. That is really important to me, and that's something to keep in mind with maybe I haven't gotten other things done. It's like I have been able to incorporate a lot of them, did a lot of doodling, did a lot of doing my reading out loud vocal stuff, did a lot of just kind of various videos in the car or reading or various things I just do while I'm waiting for her. So I've incorporated that in, but there's a key thing there of I'm supporting Ja, who I love, and yeah, that's really important, and that's maybe something good to say about myself. Yeah, you did do this, but you did that. You supported your love, and that's the most important thing. Which is why she's always at the top of the list. She's always here at the bottom when I need to reemphasize that about myself, and it's a good thing to know. It's like sometimes you beat yourself up about like, oh, what did you do this month? I did that this month. I took Ja to a lot of really important appointments, and supported her that way, which is really good. All right, I am now going to support the dogs by taking them down to get their cookies. More videos later, including January goals, which will be coming up probably tomorrow.